And we're back for another episode. In this episode, we're going to be continuing the main scenario of Stormblood. And as always, hello from Mithrie. So we are here at 3230 in the Peaks. And we just finished the dungeon Castrum Urbania. So we need to talk to Raubahn. The quest is called Raubahn's Invitation. Raubahn wishes to thank you for your service. So, Mithrie, Commander Hex, find work you did today. After Specular Imperatus, we needed a resounding victory like this. Thanks to you, Rauga's star yet burns bright. I'm glad, I really am, but you should know that Elise was injured in the fighting. Regrettable, but I am pleased to hear that she will make a full recovery. For Dola's parting words, on the other hand, ring less favourably in my ears. But if Cernos wishes to invite us to his so-called royal hunt, then this bull would fain accept. What troubles you, Lise? Oh, it's nothing really, just that we're almost at the end, and we still got to save Kryl and do so much more. We'll find her soon enough. Pippin has his best men scouring the Castrum's archives as we speak. So listen, Lise, it will take time for us to fully occupy the Castrum and prepare to advance into the Lochs. While we wait, there is something I would like to show you, both of you. After all, this may be the last chance we have to catch our breath before the final push. I don't see why not. So then come with me to R. From there, we'll need to follow another road south. Okie dokie. Okay. Right. So we have to go here. So even though it says the Lochs right there, we're apparently going here. Interesting. So let's see what's going on. And as I say, we're actually finally getting towards the end of the 4.0 story mode. Took a while, but we're getting there. And I will say, hands down, that this expansion story so far has been way, way more entertaining than Heavensward's. It's not to say Heavensward's was bad, it's just this was definitely better. So they've returned us back to a war state like we were after the Calamity, and I'm very happy that they have. We are warriors of light. So we need, if we don't have war, what do we have, sort of thing. Okay, here's Raubahn. So even after all these years, it's still the same. But I'm getting ahead of myself. You deserve a proper welcome. So that's complete. Next. So the quest is called Liberty or Death. And we'll get the Aether Current to finish off this zone as well. So Raubahn would share with you a story. Mithrie Lees, I brought you both here for a reason. Interesting.
I wanted to show you this house. My house.
Ooh.
You mean this is where you grew up?
Aye. Not much to look at, is it?
A massive door and really tiny windows.
Same could be said of the village. It was damn near impossible to live off the land, barren as it was. Which is why so many of us traded our plowshares for swords. Swords and uniforms, mind. We became military men. Tensions were rising between Alamigo and the Empire, and there was always a need for more soldiers to watch the border. It was only a matter of time before the first skirmishes broke out. It's a frightening thing to face Magitech armor for the first time. But after a lot of trial and error, I found ways to bring them down. After a few victories, people even said I had a knack for it. And then one day they hit us. Hard. I was wounded and sent home to recover. Back here.
Interesting. Echo.
Will you remain silent for fear of the Mad King's vengeance? Of his eyes and ears in the shadows and his knives in the dark? You who call this living dishonor our nation. It is but a slow death. Liberty or death? Liberty or death? If this be your creed, then raise up your hands, raise up your voices! Together we will tear Theodoric from the throne! Together we will reclaim our freedom! Send you home to men, did they?
Aye, sir. Garlean's got the better of us. The chirurgeons say I'm healing well, so it won't be long now.
Liberty or death, is it? Tell me, soldier. What do you think those words mean?
We must needs be willing to die for liberty.
Spoken like a true patriot. But liberty should not be the end in of itself. Liberty is a chance to build something better. A stronger, more prosperous home for our people. It's not quick or easy work. And it is never truly finished. But if you neglect it, then sooner or later, you look up to find you've traded one tyrant for another.
Well, sir, I've never asked for much. Never wanted to live like a king, just wish it were a little bit easier is all. For me and everyone else. And I'm willing to die for that, if that's what it takes.
Dying is easy, soldier. Living is harder. Rest, mend. Regain your strength. You'll need it in the days to come. And mayhap one day we will need it too.
Conrad chose you as his successor, Lise, and I will not gainsay his decision. I have but one question to ask. Liberty or death? Those were Curtis's words and his creed. Will you swear by your father's creed before your comrades and the gods?
Liberty or death. That's all you can hope for in war. Father understood that. And you want to know if I do too. I swear to you, here and now, I will fight until the end. Be it liberty or be it death. But the freedom we win must be for every Alamegan, even ones like Fordola, though they may hate us, and the Enanta, though they may fear us. We'll fight, and we'll talk, and we'll find a way to make it work for all of us. Compared to all that, retaking our home will seem like the easy part.
A good oath. And there is naught else to say. You are indeed your father's daughter.
Really? I thought she was her father's son. It's weird, man. Okay, anyway, let's carry on. Stop being cynical. So, even a blind man could see that Lise wasn't herself. Not that I don't understand. To be thrust into a position of authority under such circumstances, to be made responsible for the lives of so many, it isn't easy. And when you see your friend get tucked down before your eyes, it only gets harder. I'll wager she thought Elise was dead for a moment back there. 'Tis one thing to risk your life for a cause, but to risk that of another is a burden no soldier is ever truly ready to shoulder. The fear, the guilt, it weighs on her, and that's good. It will make her a better commander. But first she needs to learn to carry it, to not let it break her, to remember that some causes are worth fighting for. Liberty or death. Her father's words gave me strength once. Mayhap they'll do the same for her too. Right then, I think I've said enough. The two of you can head back. I mean to stay a bit longer. Okay, so let's talk to Lise. So I understand. He's been away for a long time and he'll probably want to be alone for a while. Let's head back to R. Radiata. I can't pronounce it. I can only guess. Okay, here's Lise. So let's talk to her. So wait, am I the only one who feels like I'm being watched? I don't know if the Imperials or bandits, but I know there's more than one of them. Let's split up. You head northwest and I'll head northeast. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think so. Okay. Let's do this. There's an Aether current over there. Jump it. Okay. It's a fight. Suspicious youth. 7 hells. She's seen us. Sod it. Dead's as good as alive to the Imperials. Okay. Fair enough. So there is still traitors in the mist. Someone might talk about. Aspect up. Right. And boom. Nice. Cool. Let's keep going. Let's rendezvous with Lise. I wish he had another name. Something cuter, like Katie or something. But whatever, what can you do? Jump. They attacked you too, didn't they? I had no choice. The Alamegan, not even conscripts by the look of them. Barely adults. In fact, some of their faces look familiar. Wait, I remember. They're from R. They must have seen us when we were looking for Stark. They probably thought the Imperials would reward them if they captured or killed. Oh gods, Elise and Alphinaud could be in danger too. We have to get back to R and find Nago. Okay. Okay, let's go. Hello. Hey, Manago. So what's all this about? You two look ready for a fight. We were ambushed by villagers outside of R and thought they might try to attack you too. Are you alright? Aye, we're fine. The twins are at Stark's. Elise was asleep last I checked. I'm sorry, did you say you were ambushed by villagers, not soldiers? Did they not see what we just did at Castrum Urbania? Goddamn fools. So, Lise, Mithrie, we overheard you talking. Was it Lise or Lise? I can't remember. So, the ones that attacked you, they were young. Less than 20 summers? I thought so. It's always the young ones. The ones who have only ever known the occupation. They're the ones you've got to look out for. See, the only decent work to be found in R is for the Imperials, and everyone knows it. Children grow up knowing it. They have it pounded into their skulls that the best they can hope for is to serve an Imperial officer. Bloody fools. After everything they've seen us accomplish, they ought to be begging to fight for the Resistance, not against us. They've been living in the shadow of a castrum their whole lives. A few victories won't change that. Aye, you get some who can't wait to spit on in a soldier's eye, but they get beaten for their trouble, or worse. Even so. And the ones that don't fight back, but refuse to beg, well, they just starve. Beat the dog that bites the master's hand, and ignore the dog that refuses to do his bidding, see? In the end, the one that learn to abide are the ones that survive. Now, you may say that's all about to change, and I believe you. Many here do. But a young man or woman who grew up only knowing what he knows has got every reason to doubt. Remember that. Do what you have to, if it comes to it, but remember that. The sooner we liberate Alamigo and bring an end to the occupation, the better. Only then can we show these youths that things do not have to be this way. Only then they will know what it means to live free. We're going to build a new home for ourselves together, a better home than they've ever known. Cool. So let's complete. Nice. Right. So the next quest is called The Lady in Red. Elise has a proposal. So I've been thinking, if Elise needs more time to heal, maybe we should move her to Rauga's Reach. She can receive much better care there, after all. Our infirmary is probably the best place for her, short of sending her to Gridania. Indeed, and given what Mistress Woad has told us, I would rather she did not remain here. Then it's settled. Nago, go and see about getting us a carriage and an escort. Alphinaud, you should get your sister ready for the journey. Mithrie, would you mind going on ahead, telling Aurella that we're on our way? I want a bed waiting for Elise when she arrives. Thanks. Okay, so we need to go to Rauga's Reach. By convenience, there's a teleport waiting for me. Yay! Right. So, let's do this. So Rauga's Reach is alive. I guess it's because when I was doing story earlier, it was very, very early. Okay, let's keep going, let's keep going. I believe this quest, Lady in Red, will give us an achievement as well. Okay, so we're almost here. There we go. Here's Aurella. So, do you require assistance? Very well. We will make ready to receive the patient at once. Give me a hand, would you? Okay. So there, all crisp and freshly laundered. We're here. Is everything in order? Right, we're bringing her in. So, honestly, Alpha Node, you needn't have gone to all this trouble. I hate this, like graphics clipping through other textures, like, ugh. What can I say? It seemed a good way to discourage you from limping off to battle when my back was turned. Listen to Aurella, please. You need your rest. I know. Any news of Kryl? She'll be cross if you make her wait too long, as will I. Ha, a chilling prospect indeed. I'll find her, sister, and I'll fight twice as hard for the both of us. I like the way she stands. So, they're good together, when they're not at each other's throats. I miss that feeling. Mithrie, I have a favor to ask. Would you mind waiting outside for me? I won't be a moment. Right, so let's talk to her. Wait a minute. Oh, really? I just noticed the blue dots on the minimap. Okay, let's keep going. Okay. Aha. Destination. Humana.
Sorry to have kept you waiting.
My lady.
Well, what do you think? I know it's a bit old-fashioned, but in a traditional sort of way, Ida wore it whenever she could.
Humana.
Not that I'm pretending to be her or anything. Not again. It's just... if this is the last battle we fight to free Alamigo, then she ought to be a part of it.
It suits you. It's not quite your style. Lol. I disapprove. Take it off.
It's nice of you to say so. And a bit embarrassing. But mostly nice.
Humana.
Anyway, the real reason I asked you here was to sneak in a warm-up before the final battle.
Oh, really? Are they gonna, like, reenact the opening cutscene?
There's this place I know where monks used to spar as part of their training. Care to join me?
Yes, please. Wow. Nice. Wow. Who knew? Who knew? Cool. Well, that was fun. As they say, you're only one workout away from a good feeling. Lol. So, maybe I got a little carried away. But you have to admit, that was fun. Anytime you like, Lisa. Anytime. I am available 24 hours away. You can have my phone number. You can email me. In fact, you know what? Let's just live together. You know, let's get married. Okay, sorry, I'm getting carried away. Thank you, Mithrie. You're the best kind of friend. The kind that's not afraid to knock some sense into you. Lol. Okay, cool. Next. So we got the achievement Cheek to Cheek. Let me just quickly check if there's any title with it. So, Lisa's right fist. So it seems there's only one more achievement for Stormblood. And we get the title The Liberator. So, the next quest is called Upon the Great Loch's Shore. Lisa is feeling relaxed and refreshed. So, now that Elise settled in, it's time we rejoin the fight. Though, actually, maybe you and Alpha Node should go on ahead without me. I need to talk strategy with the officers, and that might take a while. Right. So, where do we go? That way. Humana, 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 humana. So obviously that's obviously going to be a thumbnail for one of the episodes. Oh no! They're all dead. Oh no. Oh no. Like, how am I ever going to deal with this? You know, how am I going to deal with the loss? It's so sad. My comrades, they're all dead. Right. So let's talk to Alpha Node. So there you are. What was it that Lise wanted of you? Sex? I don't know. Haha, a sparring match on the Destroyer's very palm. I would have liked to have seen that. Yeah, me too. It's a shame it faded out. But she is right. I have lingered here long enough. I am ready to depart when you are. Take care, you two, and don't do anything I wouldn't. And you had better not rise from the bed until you are given express permission to do so. Urianger will be paying you a visit soon, and he is already worried enough as it is. So, we have a long road ahead of us. Lead the way, Mithrie. I mean, I could just probably teleport wherever I'm going. So let's go to Castrum. Oh, wow. We have a really long journey ahead of us. So we have to go all the way back so we can go into the Lochs. So let's do it. My comrades are all fallen. What can you do? Right. So, let's go. There is quite a lot of side quests in this game, which is good because, you know, I am working hard towards being 70 everything. So, I can do it on one of my DPS classes, just for the sake of it. So, we'll see which class. But after Warrior is 70, I'm going to be leveling up Samurai. I have gone the wrong way. Oh, this is a one-way street. Okay, never mind. So, do I have to go all the way around to get to that point? Don't dismount me, don't dismount me, don't dismount me. Never mind. Okay, this is a one-way path. Soon enough, given that I'm very close to the end of the story, I will unlock flying in all the zones. Which is kind of like a finally, you know, moment, but so be it. And I have loved the journey so far. What makes me kind of sad is the fact that after this, the story is going to be probably 3 to 5 hours per patch, and the patches will be months apart, you know what I mean? So we'll go back into the old way until we have the next expansion in 5.0, which we probably won't get at this point until 2019. But what can you do? What can you do? As long as the main patches are also awesome. I am trying to finish my relic. You can see I'm still working on the last, pretty much the last phase of the relic, so that I can finish off because it's just for the sake of getting it done before they release a new one in Stormblood. It might not have the effect like it had before Heavensward to make you skip a step or anything like that, but it will just be good to get out the way. So I'll get the relic out the way. It would be nice to get Feast of the Famine out the way. That's pretty much the only quest I've got left from A Realm Reborn, which is to get all of the, well, to get 6 specific big fish. So when I'm 2-star in my gathering gear, or equivalent to best in slot gear for the moment, then I will try and go and get it. I never got the Nepto Dragon and stuff like that. And then if I can get this off the list, then A Realm Reborn is done. I don't have any other quests in A Realm Reborn. I would have to search the whole world to find any. And then I think I've done nearly all the quests for Heavensward as well. So I've played the game a lot, is the short version of what I'm saying. Okay, so let's go to the Lochs, which is the last zone of this expansion for now, until they add in Eureka, I believe it's called. So yeah, and it's like I said, it would be good to get Airborne, and I am intending to make A for current videos because you just never know. You never know if you make a new character, you can't remember where the A for currents are. It'd be good to have visual guides showing exactly where they all are. Okay, so let's go. Let's talk to Master Pippin. You are returned. How fares your sister, Alphanode? Her rapier wit remains undulled. For better or worse, have there been any developments in our absence? I'm proud to say the Castrum Urbania is now wholly under our control. At present, we are taking stock of the enemy's supplies and redistributing them amongst our men. Also, while sifting through the officer's documents, we learned that a unit of skulls under Foldola's command passed through the Castrum en route to the capital, with a single prisoner in their custody. Kryl, it has to be her. In all likelihood, yes. You'll be glad to hear that the tunnel leading to the Lochs has been secured by our soldiers and is now safe for travel. And one final piece of good news. Reinforcements from all 4 Alliance nations have arrived and joined the main host, which has established a new base of operations within the Lochs. Commander Hex should be arriving soon, yes? When she does, we will call a meeting to discuss the final stage of Ralga's beacon. There she is. Sorry for keeping you all waiting. Did you like run here on foot? Humana, 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 humana. An Alamegan folk dress. How very fitting. And well fitting, I might add. Wink. I wanted to do something for Yida and myself. That look on her face. Yeah, it was great as she put it on. This is it, the last push. We're coming, Kryl. Nice. So let's go to the Lochs. No preference. There are instances in all the zones because massive world bosses spawn. Oh, wow.
I remember my father's words. How they rang in my ears as we left Castrum Urbania behind and looked out over the Lochs before us. Comrades brave and true. They had come from all across Eorzea to stand with us. To stand against oppression and tyranny. 20 years the Empire had ruled us, but no longer. Liberty or death. Liberty or death.
Okay.
Ere we begin, I would say to you as a proud son of Alamigo that I am grateful to each and every one of you for your part in this endeavor. Now, to the heart of the matter. The enemy appears content to remain within the city walls and await the inevitable siege. Open conflict has been sporadic thus far. Whether Xenos is biding his time until reinforcements arrive, or attempting to bait us into a trap, none can say. We know better than to trust his word.
Regardless, we can ill afford to present Garlemald with a chance to ready her legions. It would be in our best interest to press for a swift resolution.
A long siege wouldn't be good for the people in the city either. If food becomes scarce, you know who'll starve first.
Just so. Therefore, I propose we commit our forces to an all-out assault. What say you? Twould seem we are of one mind. Then let us proceed to the how of it. The Immortal Flames will form the vanguard, supported by the archers and the conjurers of the Order of the Twin Adder, under the Elder Seedseer's command.
Yeah,
Once
nothing
the
to
main
say.
host has cleared a path to the walls, we will bring forward the artillery of the Maelstrom and the Temple Knights. I would have your cannons pound the gates and punch a hole right through the middle of their defenses.
What about the resistance?
Your part will be to occupy the residential district and keep civilians out of harm's way. The people are more like to trust their own.
Of course. You can count on us.
Yep.
Remember that there is a second entrance to the city proper there. If all goes to plan, we will have secured 2 points of entry. Once both objectives are complete, we press on into the city, surround the palace, and hunt down Xenos. As for the Scions, you will be held in reserve as an irregular unit until we have more intelligence on your captured comrade. Kryle's rescue will be your primary concern, but I dare say we'll find a use for you once her freedom has been secured.
Thank you, General. I pray we find her quickly.
Rhalga's beacon nears its end. Soon, my friends, Alamico will be ours once more.
Yeah. Cool. Cool. Right. So next, before I finish the quest, let's just attune to the Aephorite. The stage is set, and the players are assembled. Eorzea has come at last to drive the invaders from her lands. What would Grandfather say if he were here with us today? What would we like? Get out of here, Bahamut. Right, so let's talk to him. The quest is called The Key to Victory. Alphinaud remains concerned for his dear friend. So for all our other accomplishment, Kryle remains in the hands of our enemy, and I find myself wondering if I could have done more. Though we know now that she was taken to the city, we have found nothing which might tell us where she is being held. You know, you could just ask me. Thancred, what have you learned? I shall spare you the particulars of my infiltration and simply state that I have seen her with my own eyes. She is being held within the residential district south of the city proper. I tracked her to the ruins of an old temple of the Fist of Rhalga, within which the Imperials have constructed a research facility. A research facility? What manner of research? Why, methods to imbue Garleans with the power to manipulate Aether, in pursuit of which goal their scientists have I'm sorry to report, performed many questionable experiments on living subjects. What? Calm down, Alphanode. We've already been tasked with securing the Alamegan Quarter. This just gives us a reason to do it faster. I entered and exited the facility by stowing aboard Imperial transports, but that method is not suitable for a larger force. And it goes without saying that direct assault on the rather substantial main gates would be ill-advised. I think I might know someone who can help. One of my men, he had an idea about how to get into the city. Actually, it might be best if I let him explain it himself. Cute. So it's been a while. I'll not take offense if you don't remember. Might even be glad of it. Alagana, am I right? So Wiscart's the name. I was raised in the peaks, but my mum grew up in the city. Anyway, I reckon we can get inside the Alamegan Quarter by the way of Loch. What? How? It was a story my mum told us which made me think of it. She was always going on about what life was like when she was a girl, see? How they used to have to boil the water from the well before they could drink it, since it was full of salt. They were drawing salt water from the Lochs, which means that there must be an underwater tunnel or something. Aye, that's it. But it won't be as simple as going for a swim. The well was closed, see? Apparently, Theodoric decided one day he wanted to control the water supply and forbade water trading. So even if you come up through it, you'll find yourself on the wrong side of a locked gate. At the time, my grandfather, being an enterprising sort, befriended a guard and lifted the key from his belt. He made a copy and carried on selling water until the Imperials invaded, and he ended up working at the saltery. In short, we need your grandfather's key, assuming he still has it. I'm certain he does, and I can take you to him, but it will be dangerous. Don't you worry about that. We're used to dangerous. Nago and Arenvold will assemble a squadron, while the rest of us go and get that key. Cool. So we have a fight, so I need to leave my group. Let's do this. Right, I have to dismiss my trusty Chocobo as well. Right, so let's talk to Lise. So let's not waste any more time then, shall we? My mum said Grandad kept the key with him at all times as a lucky charm. If he hasn't got it, then, well... Then we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Ready, Mithrie? We may have to deal with a few Imperial patrols, or worse. So duty calls commence battle for the key to victory. If your level is above 70, it will be synced. Cool. Let's do this. Try deliverance for now. Okay. We'll see how long this fight takes. Oh, trash. Interesting. Oops. I messed up my rotation. I mean, we have Alphanode with us, so he'll heal us as need be. If not, I'll switch to Deliverance to self-heal a bit. And I've got my potions. These are still the potions lingering from back in the day when I used to do Palace of the Dead. But at this point, I haven't been into Palace of the Dead once this entire expansion. Not even one time. phone. Let's do this. Next. To be honest, I probably should wear my dungeon weapon. Yeah. Let me just, because I don't think I'm going to get any light for this, so I might as well wear the random dungeon gear that I've got. Search for clues. Aha. Pot is filled to the brim with salt from the Lochs. So the barrel appears to have recently been filled with fish packed in salt. Someone was hard at work less than a week ago. So the lumber appears to have been laying undisturbed for some time. Obviously that doesn't help us. Yeah, let's not fall off the cliff. I was lucky that I could go over there. Huh, where are we looking? Okay, let's look in there. So the crumbling masonry appears to have been laying undisturbed for some time. That doesn't help us. Oh, what's this? The Magitech device suddenly springs to life, flashing brightly and emitting a shrill sound. It's a trap. Oh crap. Damn it. It was me. I'm sorry. Back on.
Away with you.
Yeah. Get rid of as many of these as possible so that we can help the rest. Next. Cool. That 9,000 crit though. Next. Okay, we're done. Oh, Whiskart nearly died. I hope he doesn't die, because that'll be awkward. Damn it! There's literally nothing I can do about it. I'm not a healer. Okay, let's try this again. There's literally nothing I could have done about that. Okay, let's do this again. At least we know exactly where to go to find the, hello? Why can't I move? There we go. I don't know if there's some weird lag going on or what, but... Okay. I wouldn't have thought it would be necessary. Let's see what's going on with my internet connection. I don't know if there's lag. Yes, no one else is using it. Whatever. Let's carry on. Bum bum bum. Let's go with Deliverance. I'm gonna have to keep a close eye on Wizgar. He seems to die the quickest. Let's do this. Boom. Cool. Let's carry on. It's going to be really hard to find the evidence. Oh, what is this random thing? Done. I think they'll be okay, but I don't want to risk it. Okay, let's deal with him. I wish I had my old stun that I used to have in the old days. I forgot that I could provoke. Oops. I'm a clever boy. Okay, next. There we go. Much better. Rip. Okay, cool. Nice, sir. Tattered diary. So, in the wake of the ambush, you find a diary belonging to a laborer. The last entry makes mention of a plan to take shelter in the Sully Monastery. To the south, I'll lead the way. Cool. I just realized that Wisgar's vitality is actually listed, so I guess it is, you're supposed to take care of him. Okay. To the south, this way. Now they're following me. This is quite a big instance, given that we haven't actually been to any of this place before. Oh crap. Ah, here they come. I thought they were occupied by a mob back there. Cool. Next. Yabby. Cool. Next. Heal soon. Ow. We are getting there. Next. This way. Guess as we're being led by the red dots. But yeah, I do like these big solo instances. That's what the doctor ordered, as I say. Next. Let's do this. Try and get to 100 so that the next mob we can do triple fell cleave on.